Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm back with another vlog, but today, instead of my normal routine, I'm going to be reflecting on my experience creating the remix video that I did, the Middlebury Quidditch remix video. Yeah, let's do it. So if you haven't already, I made a Middlebury Quidditch remix video that I posted today, actually. It'll be the same day that I post this vlog. So before watching this video, go check that out. Otherwise, this probably won't make a whole lot of sense. So first I'll start off by talking about the initial process in coming up with my idea. We watched a bunch of different types of remixes in class, and I was trying to decide what I wanted to do. I thought maybe a fake movie preview, maybe like a music video, and then I sort of realized that I have this connection to Quidditch that not everyone has, and that I could find a fair amount of footage on YouTube of a lot of the starting of Quidditch, that I had actually been there for a lot of those events. So I decided that I'd do something more personal and do a Quidditch video. At first, after I had that idea, I still didn't totally know how I was going to approach it, and it sort of just kind of became its own thing. I essentially came up with the idea and was like, okay, I don't totally know how I'm going to approach this, but I'm going to find all the footage I want and then kind of come up with the idea. And so I found all the videos that I wanted, and then I sort of started putting it together, and it kind of developed into its own thing where it had all these different parts. So I kind of broke it up into three main sections. It sort of just evolved on its own. I didn't necessarily plan on breaking it up into three different parts at first. I just sort of realized that that would function better, considering I wanted to show off a couple different things. So there's sort of me telling the history of Quidditch, that was just the first part, and then there's this highlight reel in the middle, and at the end I sort of tell my own story of why this is important to me and what I hope happens in the future. So I think that I probably had the most experience in terms of making videos more like the sports remix. So I was most comfortable doing that part, and that's what I did first actually, was the middle part. Looking back, I think that it weirdly makes sense that I didn't necessarily do the first thing first, because being broken up into three parts, I didn't necessarily have to start at the beginning. Also, in the video where I talk about audio remix, when I was doing my own remix, I started by gathering all of the visuals that I would be able to use, and then I found the songs that I wanted. And then once I had the songs, I found the individual clips that I wanted for each part. So I actually started with an audio track before I put the visuals down when I was editing. By starting with the audio track, I think it allowed me to use my sort of innate sense of the way the music was swelling and dipping in certain parts, and manipulate the video so that it fit with those moods. So it was interesting to see how much the audio had an influence, and if I had started with a different song, possibly how different the video would be. Reflecting on the experience as a whole, I really enjoyed the whole process. It was a lot of fun. I'd actually never really worked with I'd never worked with that amount of footage that wasn't my own before. I'd only ever really worked with my own footage. I had also had the lucky experience of sort of sharing my video in class and then getting feedback and then being able to go and edit it again, and I think that that really helped me. It didn't change a whole lot from the first draft to the second draft, but I think that the changes that I did make a significant difference. The feedback also helped me to share my personal story, which I didn't know was going to be interesting to other people, but seemed to be intriguing to the class, so I hope that plays off well. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.